Time now for my favorite newest segment here on Wake Up America. As White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki had this to say about President Biden's administration and the handling of immigration reform in today's second Psaki Dodge.
This is not kids being kept in cages. This is kids. This is a facility that was opened that's going to follow the same standards as other HHS facilities. It is not a replication, certainly not. That is never our intention of replicating the immigration policies of the past administration, but we are in a circumstance where we are not going to expel unaccompanied minors at the border. That would be inhumane. That is not what we are going to do here as an administration.
Who was president when those kids in cages pictures came out and then were re-released? Wasn't President Trump. President Barack Obama. That's a fact. I want to welcome back in our panel this morning. We start with White House correspondent Emerald Robinson, USA Strong Executive Director Aaron Elmore with us this morning, political analyst Mark Halperin here, and Project 21 National Advisory Board member Christopher Arps. Good to see everyone. Emerald, you are giggling at the kids in cages. It was a little over 2 years ago that they were trying to say, no, this is the Trump White House, and this is now, and it was not true.
Well, it's like tomato, tomato. It's all semantics, right? She's like, it's a facility. And like you said, some of the pictures that we saw during the Trump era were actually from the Obama era. But when it's under this administration, they're not asking the same kind of questions about the detention of these minors.
Yeah. And it just, the constant, we call them Psaki dodges, but it just seems like the constant deflections in there. Obviously, we're pointing it out, but Emerald, does it feel like that in the room? I know it's probably totally different when you're in the room.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting because even some of the corporate media who is very in line with Democrat administrations and their talking points are even getting a little bit frustrated with the lack of answers in the daily briefings and the fact that they don't really have a lot after they're in there to include from her in their stories. And it's not people that you would normally hear those kind of complaints from, as they feel like they've given her some easy questions and she doesn't come back with anything. But I do think you have potential for a follow-up segment or a spinoff segment, Rob, and that could be the Psaki bomb, for when she doesn't dodge, but she gets an answer that just doesn't go well.
It's funny you say that. We've got a producer who works on Wake Up America who wants to call it that instead.
Oh, really?
By the way, I get more feedback about the Psaki dodges than anything else I do at this network.
I'm sure.
Just so you know. Mark Halperin, I know you're a big podcast guy. Have you listened to Renegades Born in the USA just yet? Episode 1 just dropped.
I started listening to it, but I ran out of time.
Okay. Please.
Can I talk about immigration?
Well, if you'd like to. Yes. Okay.
I would. I mean, we all knew that at some point Joe Biden's combination of looser restrictions, pledge to provide legal status, and less enforcement on the border would cause a problem. I don't think any of us thought it would take about a month. But he is now being criticized for his immigration policy by Republicans, by AOC. And I think this is the biggest brewing storm besides the pandemic that the administration has to deal with. And Jen Psaki's inability to give either dodges or bombs that are effective is because you can't combine less enforcement with more promises of ability of people to come and stay here and expect the border to not change in a way that's going to make everybody angry.
No, and now
it was amazing, Mark, for his attorney general or potential attorney general to also dodge that question in his confirmation hearing the other day, saying he hadn't really thought about the legality of border crossings when this is probably the most immediate, biggest challenge he's going to face if and when he's confirmed.
Yeah, Aaron.
Every
Emerald,
Starbucks barista and cab driver in D.C. has thought about the answer to that question.
Right.
Honestly, when Merrick Garland said that a day ago, Aaron, I was stunned. You're about to be attorney general. You're not hanging your shingle up in Presque Isle, Maine or something, opening up a mom and pop law office. I mean, this is the biggest issue right now besides Hunter Biden and Andrew Cuomo.
Well, no one's talking about Hunter Biden, of course. Why would they? But yeah, they have created a problem that for now they don't have a solution. And to Jen Psaki, I would say share the news. Don't be the news. She is so horrible at her job that she becomes the story every single day. As someone who went to journalism school, honestly, I think she needs to go back to 101 because there's a few lessons that she could learn. Having said that, this problem at our border is really a problem. What does it tell every person who's waiting in line, doing the right thing, working hard in their home country to get here, that if you just go to the southern border, you can hop right over and you get all of the beauties of being an American citizen? Also, what do we say to Obama, who told Governor DeSantis in my great state of Florida, oh, we have a new COVID variant, you're going to have to shut the border? So wait a minute. Florida's going to have to shut their border, but our southern border that's let 25,000 people into our country without COVID testing, that's totally kosher. There's so much hypocrisy. There's so much wrongdoing. There's so many problems that need to be solved. It just seems like they're creating a completely untenable situation.
Well, yeah, Chris, the Citizenship Act right now is in the Senate. They need 10 votes. It's got to get to 60. They've got, of course, right around 50 with all the Democrats. This would make 11 million immigrants on a path to citizenship. They don't bring up anything about COVID testing. And we're in a pandemic right now. People can't leave their houses because they're not vaccinated and they're scared. Yet the Biden administration is just steamrolling this down the throats of the American people.
Yeah, and I think illegal immigration on the border is a Achilles heel for Joe Biden when it comes to his African-American constituency. You know, bringing in illegal workers, giving them green cards, eventually allow them to work, basically just takes jobs away from low-skilled African-Americans. And the things that really scare me about giving these illegal aliens green cards and allowing them to work is that in many states, if you have a green card, you can get a driver's license, and in many cases you can register to vote. And there were many instances during this last election in the past where illegal aliens with green cards who received driver's licenses also voted.
Chris, I'm going to go to you, and I want everybody around the table to weigh in on this. We got about a minute left. Chris, I was just on your radio show, so I know you might be aware of this. Renegades Born in the USA is a podcast that features former President Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen, the boss, who I love, but he seems like he's, maybe not as cool when he's not singing as I once thought he was. But this podcast is 8 parts. It took them 7 months to film with a total of 48 people that they have on staff putting this together. Has anyone listened to episode 1, by the way? I don't blame you if you haven't. It was terrible.
Oh, good. I ran out of Ambien. I'll start listening tonight before bed.
I don't blame you, Aaron. Emerald, have you listened? It's so bad.
I have not.
Okay. At one point in episode 1, I had to rewind it. You can do 15 seconds back. President Obama's talking about the death of John Lewis that just happened. And I looked at it. They recorded it in July. It's now February. It's almost March, and they're dropping this thing now. So it literally, you listen to it, and it's like not current at all in the slightest. Really, really bizarre.
It's timeless, Rob.
It is. It's going to be timeless 50 years from now, but right now it makes no sense at all.
It seems like anything
I feel
dealing
like
with the
they think that
Obamas
whatever they do, if you build it, they will
evergreen.
come. The Democrat Party just salivates like Pavlov's dog at the idea of the word Obama.
Yeah, I know. It's just very, very bizarre. All right,
So
panel.
I guess it didn't include, it was produced before Springsteen got picked up for driving under the influence.
Yeah,
is there an episode on that?
They're apparently not, but
Of
the
course
timing.
not. Democrats can do whatever they want. Who cares? It's fine.
Yeah, totally. Aaron, always a pleasure having you on. Chris Arps, really enjoy it. Mark, good to see you again. Emerald, great to have you in the 8 o'clock hour. That's a treat for us.
Good
Great
to see you guys.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys. It's like you're talking to friends right there, like on the phone. Okay, bye.